Reducing your carbohydrates and doing intermittent fasting are the two things that are going to allow the person to take the least amount of insulin. Yes, you can do keto and intermittent fasting if you're diabetic.
Keto is the most effective way to stabilize blood sugar and insulin levels. Dr. Eric Berg. Although you have heard about the ketogenic diet, did you know it might be a very effective tool for controlling diabetes? The statements of Dr. Berg draw attention to a truth that many people find surprising. Ketogenic diet is a transforming approach to taking control over blood sugar, not only for weight reduction. The ketogenic diet provides a road towards better health and stability, regardless of type 1 or type 2 diabetes. Imagine being able to keep your blood sugar low without continual medication. Today, we will be delving into the workings of the ketogenic diet, why it is so successful for diabetes, and how you may use it to better your health. Imagine this: if your body could substitute fat for sugar as energy source, the ketogenic diet exactly does. Fundamentally, ketogenic diets are high-fat, low-carb diets that change your body from burning carbs to burning fat. Cutting carbs causes your body to enter ketosis, a condition when it begins to rely mostly on fat. For those with diabetes, this is revolutionary. Broken down, carbs become glucose, which raises your blood sugar. Control of insulin levels gets more difficult the more carbohydrates you eat. By cutting carbs and maintaining blood sugar stability, the ketogenic diet immediately solves this problem. Thanks to ketones, which your body generates while it consumes fat, keto lets you avoid the fast highs and lows from carb intake by allowing consistent energy levels. Lowering carb intake directly reduces the need for insulin, Dr. Berg notes. This is the basis of why so many diabetics discover success on ketogenic diets. It helps them take charge of their blood sugar. The broad view is this: eating carbohydrates causes your blood sugar to rise, and your body releases insulin to control it. If you have diabetes, however, your body must create more and more merely to control blood sugar, and your cells may get resistant to insulin. This is the tough part: your cells becoming more resistant as your insulin levels rise, which feeds the cycle. But keto interrupts this cycle. Reducing carbs helps your bloodstream to have less glucose, and less glucose calls for less insulin. Dr. Berg makes it clear: the main reason insulin resistance exists is carbohydrates. Cutting carbohydrates causes your body to once more become sensitive to insulin. Your body burns fat for fuel in ketosis, hence it uses ketones rather than glucose. Because ketones offer a consistent energy source, blood sugar spikes are avoided and insulin needs are lowered. A critical indicator of long-term blood sugar control, studies reveal that those on a ketogenic diet can see notable changes in their HbA1c levels. The ketogenic diet has even helped many people with type 2 diabetes either drastically cut back on or cease using insulin. Let's get right to the point. Why would someone with type 2 diabetes find keto to be such a fantastic choice? Simple stabilized blood sugar is the most significant advantage. Eliminating carbohydrates removes the primary cause of those potentially harmful blood sugar surges. Your blood sugar therefore remains constant, exactly what you need to control diabetes. Beyond that, ketogenic addresses insulin resistance, the fundamental problem with type 2 diabetes. Ketogenic diets help your cells to become more responsive to insulin after insulin requirements are lowered. Your body doesn't need as much insulin when you reduce your carb intake. Thus, this improves insulin sensitivity, says Dr. Berg. And then one gets weight loss. Particularly around the abdomen, too much body fat fuels insulin resistance. Especially in those difficult regions, ketogenic helps burn fat, which not only enhances your general health, but also increases insulin sensitivity in your body. Many diabetics claim notable weight loss and improved health after a ketogenic diet. The prospect of lowering or maybe eradicating the need for medication, however, is maybe the biggest gain. Ketogenic dieters have been able to reduce insulin and other drugs by seeing such substantial changes in their blood sugar levels. The ketogenic diet is about reaching the core of the issue and correcting it from the inside out, not only about controlling symptoms. Here's something you might not know. Although the ketogenic diet can help those with type 1 diabetes, it calls for a little extra care. Type 1 diabetics depend on insulin injections to regulate their blood sugar as they lack insulin produced by their body. Although ketogenic diets assist regulate blood sugar levels, one must proceed carefully. While cutting carbs lessens the need for insulin, those with type 1 diabetes still require it and must closely check their blood sugar and ketone levels. Dr. Berg tells us that by cutting carbs, you minimize the major cause of blood sugar spikes. While type 1 diabetics must carefully modify their insulin with the advice of a healthcare expert, this helps them avoid the roller coaster of highs and lows. Additionally, at risk is diabetic ketoacidosis, DKA, brought on by overly high ketone levels. DKA is something to be aware of even if it is unusual for those living with their illness. Type 1 diabetics interested in ketogenic diets should always consult their doctor to make sure their diet is balancing their insulin requirements. How then should someone start a ketogenic diet if they have diabetes? Making a food plan heavy in healthy fats, modest in protein, and somewhat low in carbohydrates comes first. Often stressing the value of nutrient-dense foods, Dr. Berg says, it's not just about cutting carbs, it's about eating the right fats and nutrients. Emphasize whole foods, including olive oil, avocados, nuts, seeds, and non-starchy veggies. During the first several weeks, as your body adjusts to ketosis, you should also keep an eye on your blood sugar. This will enable you to make required changes, either to your food or your insulin dosage, and help you to understand how your body reacts. Remember also to keep hydrated and restore electrolytes. You will lose water weight as your body runs through glycogen supplies, which can cause dehydration and the terrible keto flu. To maintain consistent energy, make sure you are drinking enough water and augmenting with potassium, sodium, and magnesium. The ketogenic diet is a scientifically supported approach to taking control over diabetes, not only a passing trend. Cutting carbohydrates and switching to healthy fats will equip your body with the skills it needs to stabilize blood sugar, increase insulin sensitivity, and maybe lower your need for drugs. Whether your diabetes is type 1 or type 2, ketogenic diets provide a genuine road towards improved freedom and health. Are you ready to take charge of your medical condition? Start tiny. Replace high-carb items with ketogenic substitutes. Track your blood sugar and keep hydrated. The objective is not only to follow a diet, but also to develop a long-term, sustainable lifestyle that enhances your general state of health. Should this be of use to you, click the subscribe button to join our community of health-conscious people on this road. Ask questions or have ketogenic experiences to relate. Put them in the comments. Consult your doctor as usual before changing your diet significantly. One dinner at a time, together we can take charge of our health.